Any questions on the messages key? Like any speed dial, it can also be used in conjunction with call forwarding. We'll get to that when I cover call forward. Okay, then the next button is the application button. That has a picture of what looks like a gear on it. When you press that, that's kind of access to the phone setup menu. Two of the things that, okay, so first, the first item that comes up when you press the applications button, and go ahead and press it if you want. We provide the live phone so everybody can play. The first item that comes up should be the call history. Excuse me. In the call history, you'll find logs of missed, received, and placed calls. Like your cell phone, these phones will store up to 99 entries, or this says 150 entries, just like your cell phone does. So you can scroll through the list of calls there and place calls back out using the list.
Hi, I have a question. Please call me.
Exactly.
So you say up to 99?
Well, okay, my training handout says 150, and I'm inclined to think that it's correct. I'm used to training with a different phone model that has each of the lists received, placed, and missed calls in different. Skipping back out of the call history menu, the second option in the application menu is your preferences. Under the preferences menu, you're going to be able to change the ringtone of your phone. In other words, what sound it makes when it rings. The Cisco system holds a list of 7 or 9 ringtones available for the 6900 series phones. You'll be able to choose from any one of those. I'm pretty sure these phones don't do custom ringtones, but that would be an office of IT. They would have to set that up. These aren't like cell phones where you can just pull down a ringtone and put it in your phone and have your phone start using it. All righty. Also, go ahead.
Excuse me. Going back to the call history, does it list not only the phone numbers that have called in, but also the name of the person at that phone number that the phone number is registered to?
Okay, so the question is, will the call history logs contain both name and number information, or will they contain only number information? And the answer is, internally right now, when you receive or place a call, the log will populate with both the extension and the person's name. Currently, the circuits bringing service in aren't bringing name information in with the numbers. But I know that it's under investigation for the university to add that service to those circuits. If they do, then even external calls will come in, and every time you see calling line ID, if it's on a log or if it's being presented as a live phone call, you will see both name and number information. You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions on the application key? Great. Moving right along. The next button in the list is the directories button. When you press the directories button, the first option you are presented with is your personal directory. Your personal directory is a directory that you will build in the user web page. So once again, to build your personal directories, speed dials, fast dials, that's all taken care of on the user web page and is fully covered in the user web page handout. The second option is the corporate directory. These phones are hooked up to your Microsoft Windows network, and when you use the corporate directory, the phone will allow you to place a search against that directory using either first name information, last name information, or telephone number information. You do not have to put in a full search string. For instance, if you were looking for John Smith, you could tender a search on J-O in the first name field or SMI in the last name field. When you put in a search like that, the phone system is going to respond with a list of all the entries that match the criteria that you put in. So if you did put in J-O and search on first name of J-O, you would get all the Jones, all the Johns, all the Joannes, et cetera, et cetera. Once the list populates, then you can scroll down, select the person you'd like to speak with, press the dial soft key, and call that person directly from the directory. Any questions on the directories? Right on. Just a few more hardware controls on the phone, and then we will skip forward or move on to calls and calling features. Near the handset, on the lower end of the phone, is an up and down rocker switch that is your volume control. Unlike the navigation button, this one's marked with kind of a plus and a minus and scale of different length bars. That's going to control 4 volumes on your phone. As the phone sits idle, it will control the ringer volume. It will also control your handset volume, your speakerphone volume, and your headset volume. In order to control one of those volumes, you have to activate that feature, for example, the speakerphone. And then the volume bar will adjust that. All the volume controls are set it and forget it. Wherever you leave the volume control, the next time you go to use that feature or that mode, handset, speakerphone, or headset, that's the volume level it's going to come in at. So if you're on the phone with a quiet talker and you ramp the volume way up, if you get a loud talker on your next call, they may blow you out. In the lower right-hand corner of the phone, I think I'm getting my left from right correct at this point, is the speakerphone button. That can be used to answer calls. That can be used to get dial tone to place an outbound call. In addition, if you're on the handset and you want to get a little further away from the phone than the handset cord allows, you can move to the speakerphone, hang up the handset. You don't lose the call. When you want your privacy back again, simply pick the handset up and the speakerphone automatically turns off. All right. Any questions on the volume or speakerphone? Okay. Last button to cover on the phone is my favorite one. It's the mute key. Button with a little picture of a microphone with a line through it. While you're on a call, to turn your microphone off, simply press the mute key. It lights up red. That indicates that your microphone is off. The person you are speaking with will not be able to hear any sound from your end of the phone call, but you will still be able to hear them. So with that little red light on, feel free to say whatever is on your mind, let it all out. They will not hear you. When you're ready to speak with your caller again, simply press the button one more time, the little red light goes out, and your microphone is active once again. Any questions on any of the phone hardware? Okay. So they're different phones. Probably have a little more going on than the phones that you currently have, but it's not rocket science. They are still just phones. The call rings into your phone, pick up the handset to answer that call, just like normal, but like computers, there are 6 ways to do all the easy things now. So when a call rings into your phone, the phone's obviously going to ring. Your handset light will flash red. The line button that the call is associated with will flash orange. You will get a calling line ID presentation in your display. As I mentioned before, you can answer that call simply by picking up the handset, or you can answer it on speakerphone by pressing the line button, or the speakerphone button, or the answer soft key. And when you're done with the call, of course, you can just hang up the handset. If you are on speakerphone, you can also use the speakerphone button to disconnect that call. You cannot use the line button to disconnect the call. Very important, which is why I try, unless you're moving back and forth between calls on hold, using another button to answer a call is a better habit, because that way you don't get into trying to use the line button to end a call. So we're on speakerphone. We covered disconnect with speakerphone button or the end call button. Okay, so you can also use the end call soft key to end a call. And the virtue of that is that it provides very quiet disconnect. In fact, the person you're talking to will not even know they've been hung up on. You might want to edit that out later. All right, so if you already have one call on the line, on your primary line, and another call is placed to your number, you will get all the indications of a ringing call with the exception of the phone ringing. It's going to play a call waiting tone in the handset or the headset or on the speakerphone. That new call will flash on a different line button, probably your rollover line. But the new call should steal focus, meaning the soft keys you're used to seeing while you're connected on a call are going to go away, and you're going to get the soft keys that come along with a new phone call ringing into your phone. Don't freak out. You still have the hold button, but you don't need it to take that second call without disconnecting the first call. All you have to do is answer it. Your first caller is automatically going to be placed on hold. These phones are very good about not disconnecting a call until you give them a very clear signal that you're done with the call, either by hanging up the handset or pressing the end call soft key, or if you're on speakerphone, again, pressing the speakerphone button. When you get the second call coming in, you said you just answer it. The first call automatically goes on hold. The top line button will go to a blinking green. Thereafter, with one call on each line, you can simply use the line buttons to go back and forth. If you only have one caller on the line and you want to put them on hold, there are 3 call feature keys that are like the menu keys on the other side of the navigation button. The hold button is the handset upside down with the line underneath it. And I forget off the top of my head if you can use that to pick the call back up. But when you do place a call on hold, you will get a resume soft key. And that will let you pick a call back up off of hold as well as pressing the line button.